Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever official Betsndat show with Charlie Faumuina, Zeke. Do we tell people your last name?
Hell no.
I'm Nate, and yeah, we're all very, very happy to be here. How's everyone? Why are you guys looking at me like you're thinking of what to say?
No, I'm happy to be here too, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, finally, man. Finally.
Looking what? You drove a Ford?
It did not come out properly.
I just want to say this. Like, this is our first ever show together that's going to be put out there into the world. So there's going to be some teething problems, you know? I'm a broadcaster by trade. Like, I spent half my life doing this. I'm 40. You do the math. You know, I do this shit in my sleep. But, you know, these boys, they're experts in other fields. Like Charlie, who is still, even though he's not playing anymore, is still an elite athlete. He's played on the biggest stages in world rugby. He's played overseas in stadiums that you only dream of seeing if you go on your OE. And then we've got Zeke. Zeke is special in the way that, if I could describe the way he looks at sport, you know. Both of you guys are experts in your field, but Zeke, for me, is the whole reason why this podcast exists. He does things when it comes to betting that most normal people can't understand. And throughout the journey of this podcast, you're going to see why that is. And we're very, very, very excited about what's to come.
Thanks, man. Not even my mom talks about me like that.
Oh, there's a reason why. Yeah. But yeah, so this is the style of the show here is sports betting, you know. And before we kind of dig deep into sports betting, which Zeke is out, he's that guy. He is the dude when it comes to knowing all that. But any advice before, like, people take this journey? Because I feel like I'm a person who has fucked up many roads when it's come to making a bet. And so this is a relearning, a re-education for myself, because I think sports betting is not for everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a kind of a person that you have in your mind that just should just stay away from this? Like, if you're watching this, just go away. This is not for you.
Too many people, man.
Yeah.
Too many people. Man, my first thing I tell people when they say, how do I start? I'm like, bro, don't start.
Yeah.
This is for people that are already in it, and you're just trying to help them make better choices, stay away from certain things. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend sports betting, man. I know that's like, I shouldn't be saying that we're trying to get more viewers and whatnot, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
If I've got this friend who used to play professional sport, but he would spend thousands at a casino. Like, what would I say to him?
Call the number at the bottom of the screen.
Obviously that's money. Obviously, you're a professional athlete, you probably got a lot more money than other people. So as long as you're spending money that you're more than happy to lose,
yeah.
Is that fair to say as well? Or, nah,
I think
call the number. Or?
Gambling is bad, but like when if you got, I think more money you got, the worse you are with it, you know.
Yeah.
Call the number. No, but seriously, gambling is like, I know we're talking about sports betting, but let's just talk about gambling as a whole. I think it's dangerous. To me, gambling is just as dangerous as alcohol. But the reason we don't kind of look at it that way, because you don't think it'll happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you do a $5 multi here, you lose. Let me make it $10 chase to win. Next thing you know, oh man, I'm getting evicted. You know, that happens. And it's the same with alcohol. You know, 1, 2 drinks, 3 drinks, you either drink drive because you spend all the money on your Uber on another drink, and then next thing you know, hey man, you're in a jail cell.
Shit, man.
This is personal experience, or
well, not for drinking, but what this is like. We just want to give you the heads up. Like, this is, you know, you see those guys saying, "I used to cut hair from 9 to 5." You know, and you know, if you just follow me, we'll just give you a chance at financial freedom. This is not one of those shows. No. But if you are already in it and you can't figure out what you're doing wrong, and you can't break away, the least we can do is educate you. Yeah.
So the people that are pretty much sports betting full time, I think only about 1% profit a year, or like make a good enough wage to, you know, do it full time.
And the way to do it, to make a profit, the way you do is not sexy. You know how people I want to do a 15-leg multi, $10, win 100K.
Yeah. Nah. There's dark days, but you got to just learn to take a loss and have a process and just stick to your process, trust it. It'll eventually pay off down the line.
Sorry, man, what's going on? Like, this guy is, he's on fire. You've been practicing,
Yeah,
Hey,
mate.
2 + 2 = 5.
Charlie, what were the rules for you as a player when you were playing when it came to sneaky little fish try scorer here and there?
Nah, there was never. No, mate. Hey, we're going to get in trouble first show, mate. No, we'd obviously us playing rugby, we couldn't bet on rugby, but you could bet on anything else.
Hey.
Yeah, but it is like, man, this just
Is that why you're friends with heaps of guys in different sports on Instagram?
general knowledge, mate. General knowledge. No, but it's, man, like first try score. There's so much. Obviously, if we're a team, you get in position to score the first try and you play your special move. There's all these teams have special moves around the line out, or there's little trick plays they play.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you know who the guy that's going to get the ball, likely chances is he's probably going to get the first try. So, yeah, there's no betting, not even being able to tell people who that guy is because they'll find a way.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I think I remember a few years back, maybe over a decade, when Jonathan Thurston got pulled up. For the first play of the game, he went for a penalty kick.
Yeah.
And they traced it. He was somewhat involved, but someone who was connected to, made that play. So they put down a fair bit of whack.
Yeah.
First play of the game.
Yeah, because that's not something you would.
Nah.
Yeah, you wouldn't bet on it. Yeah.
The percentage of that happening is it's not something that you would bet on.
I think the TABs or whoever the betting companies, they know because they'll see so much more money is coming down on those bets, and it's like a bet that doesn't really get a lot of interest. So
especially late. Yeah. So if a volume of bets are coming in close to kickoff or close to whenever a fight starts, they track all that.
Yeah. So Betsndat is Zeke's baby.
It's a stupid name. Sorry, man. I made this up in lockdown.
But it's stuck. So Charlie and myself were offering our insight into what the betting world involves, but also this is just going to be a fun show, nothing too serious. It only gets serious when you message us and say, I've lost this amount of money. And then we're going to say, we'll try and help you as best we can, because, fuck, man, I've seen people make some horrendous bets, and then chasing the losses is... Yeah. I know you had a chat to me about this a while back, and you're like, stop that.
Stop betting on Taitui Vasa.
Right, that was exactly it. I had a $100 multi, right?
Yeah.
It got up all the way to 10 grand. And I was like, holy, the cash out was at 10 grand, eh? I think it was at 10,000.
Oh, no, I think it was 8 or something. I can't remember. 8 or something.
If Ty won the next fight, it would have been some stupid amount.
Yeah.
And this guy said, cash it out.
At 808. At 8,000.
At 8,000. And he was like, cash it out. I was like, nah, and I was betting with my heart because he's also a Samoan. And this guy he was like, cash it out. I was like, nah. And he goes, have you done it? And then I lied to him. I was like, yeah. Because I thought I knew better. I see Taito was getting knocked out. I was like, I'm knocked out as well. Oh, fuck, that was a tough time.
And then you went back to crying with your cash.
Hey! Oh, man. Hey, cut it out. Anyway, moving on. This is the importance of this show. If you're on a journey, one thing I want to get very clear, gambling is not a path to financial freedom. It's not going to happen. You're more than likely going to lose money. But if you want to play it smart and do it in an unsexy way and listen to the expertise of these guys here, I think you'll be well on your way to being smarter with your money in general, not just in betting. Because, when I look at this guy over here, a lot of people don't see what I see. I see a property mogul, and there's a lot of financial knowledge there that can help you, because things are going to leak, things are going to come out of that fountain of knowledge that's going to help everyone listening. And same with this guy here. So I'm excited for what this show's about to be.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we start? Ticked off your box for the community?
We weren't supposed to say that part out loud, man. But now that everyone understands that we've got your welfare at heart, this makes a fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. What would be the main things that we're going to be betting on? with this show?
Yeah, I like to keep things, to what I know. So a lot of MMA, UFC, rugby league when it starts in roughly a month,
March.
pre-season.
Yep.
Yeah. Boxing's cool. That's what I like to bet on. And there'll be some NFL and Premier League.
Charlie, can we count on your analytics when it comes to rugby?
Yeah, I think so, mate.
Yeah, even the accent changed. I went full media into full credits on the captain.
Yeah, no doubt, mate.
Yeah.
Probably backing the Blues or Crusaders to go to the final this year, or to be the form teams, I think so.
The Crusaders struggled last year.
Yeah, but I think that you see how they come back. I reckon if they snuck into that top 8, they would have. I think they would have come close to winning it.
Yeah. It's almost like when the Blues win, it's like you're never fully confident, even in the last minute of the game.
Oh. Hey, mate, I've.
Wait, it was you that told me that.
I've been in the Blues team when we've never won today, so man, I was bloody stoked, man. I wasn't in the country to see the final, but just in overseas watching that game, so I was pretty stoked for the boys to win for a long time now, so 23 years I think. So.
Oh man, everyone's giving me advice. Like, can I give a tip?
Yeah, why not, mate?
The Brisbane Broncos, like, trust me, this is going to pay heaps. I know we talked about welfare before, but disregard that for this one. They're going to go the season undefeated. Oh, I swear. Trust me.
What happened to the West Tigers? You were talking about West Tigers with the team to...
They're my dark horse to make the top 8. And, that's a great achievement for them. But to win the whole thing, to do it in style, to do it with pizzazz and a bit of flair, and to make the audiences around the world remember who they are, we're going to go undefeated.
I reckon we should have a bet now that they won't. I'll back them that they won't, and you, obviously, you're going that they're going to go undefeated, that we should have something on the line.
Can't be money at the moment.
Yeah. I understand, mate. I understand.
I can't, I don't have a full-time job, man. Damn, we'll have a think about that. But I know it's a running joke, but this season's different. I know I'm sounding like a Warriors fan. But the way this team is set up, when you talk about our front row stocks, some of the young guys coming through, the Ben Quarters of the world, Zeke's favourite player, Xavier Willison, that's our guy. Payne Haas leading the pack. And you got options galore. You got Blake Moser, who's the next Queensland dummy half. And then you got Ben Hunt from the Dragons, You got Pat Carrigan, who can play front row, he can play lock. I don't even have to say Reece Walsh's name, but there, I said it. Adam Reynolds doesn't even have to play. Like, it's just easy. It's taking candy from a baby, lock it in. Push the button.
Put the mortgage on it.
Oh, well. Rent money, maybe. I'll pull back on the mortgage.
Man, you sound like the guys on Instagram.
Man, fuck you too, man.
People are so confident. I predicted this, Jael Pataya, blah, blah, blah. But the odds were already like $1.40.
Yeah.
So you're confident in something that was, like, your one's different, but they write this big celebration after the fact, but they never put any money on. They didn't say it before the fight. Yeah.
That's the other thing. Just on that, there's a lot of guys out there, and you need to be wary of this. Guys that sell their bets.
Yeah.
They sell their picks. They say, hey, look, I won this last week. If you want to be in on the next winner, make sure you buy my... What do they call those things? There's
touts.
Touts, or there's a website, like, be a part of my...
Patreon or Discord. Yeah.
But a lot of those guys are photoshopping their slips.
Yeah.
Because some of them don't even know how to add up the numbers that they put in. So they'll put down like, they paid $100 and they won back 18 grand. But you look at the odds, it doesn't match. So I would never, ever advise anyone to pay for someone to help you with your bets. Because
there's a handful, but yeah, even to trust that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that you're about to sell them to you.
No, hey, I've never...
Sorry, I ruined your business plan.
Bro, I've never taken money from anyone. But there's people always trying to, hey, you want me this money? Can I give you this? I was like, nah. But
send them our way, man.
Send it out west.
Yeah, shucks. Doing it tough out there in Henderson. I live next to a car yard. The cars don't even work.
But no, there are some people just, you got to do your studies and who's legit or not.
Okay. And by the way, if you're just jumped on and you're watching this halfway through, like Zeke's giving us the rundown of the ins and outs of sports betting. With the guys that do sell their picks, do you know what the hit rate would be for those guys?
It's all different, Depends who it is. Some guys that I know that I'm pretty tight with in the MMA community, I think all of them got a winning record by the end of the year. Like they all make profit.
So they play the long game. It's not about what you make on the weekend.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, forget the multis. The singles are the best because what we're trying to do is make profit,
Yeah.
Like profit is profit, if it's small or big. Yeah, just build it up over time, and you have a bankroll to make bigger bets. So yeah.
I feel like I'm watching a scene out of Scarface. Profit.
You save a little bit for the multi, or no? We're just going all singles.
Nah, have some fun with some multis. I think that's what the people like. Yeah.
Have you ever hit a multi, like a decent size one?
Nah, I think the best I'll do like a $50 one. I think the best one I got was like $3,000.
Oh,
yeah. But I've had some like 52K ones that but missed by one.
Yeah.
But I hate being that guy that talks about that one. You missed by one, and
that's quite a common saying. I missed by one.
And then you DM the fight, or you DM the try score, the player. Oh, bro. Don't do that.
Charlie, like, how's it going to be for you, like, analysing sports betting and just moving away from the blackjack table?
Yeah, it's a bit of a change. Obviously, I'm always on the tables and the cassies if I get a chance or the wife lets me out. But I guess it's just part and parcel of what we're trying to do here. So
this is going to be fun. So obviously the sports. Obviously, I'm not doing any betting because I'm no good. Like, I'm not so good at the betting, but when it comes to picking NRL winners, it's just when I put the money down, it fucks up. But whenever I don't bet, you can trust my judgment.
Like when you told me the other day, Vikings or...
Oh, see, NFL is different. NFL is different, man. Have you got a winner for the whole thing, the whole shebang in the NFL?
I think the Lions will choke. Ravens will choke. I think it'll just be Chiefs again. I hope it's the Chiefs. The script says the Chief.
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Man, so this year's going to be a big year. There's a lot of things we want to do as a sports betting show. The focus will be more so on sports, and if there's an avenue to make money off a bet that you think is a sharp bet, then yeah. So it would pay to always be looking at the bets in that Instagram page. It would always pay to watch in full length, because you might see something that Zeke puts down, and I know I've been a sucker for this, where I would see something that you put down, but I just wouldn't read the breakdown. But then if I lost that bet, you've already explained what might happen. Yeah. Because I went and multied everything.
Yeah, so the way I like to bet is, just little eye-opener. When they give the margins, the bookies, so let's say $1.90, the implied probability is...
hey, cut it out.
This is how you look at it, and it makes things so much easier. So $1.90 each way. That means 50% chance of winning for each fighter or team or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's tools online to check the probability, but then you get, the odds would be like $1.10. That means that person has like a 90% chance. That's what the bookies think.
Yeah.
If you look at the other side, like, man, I think this guy is got way more chance than $6. You do that, then you put some money on it. If it's worth it, the loss, you just put a little bit on. But that's how a lot of my bets have come about.
It's because it's buzzy to me, because on the weekend just gone, there was a UFC card on, and you picked 3 fighters, and they were all underdogs, right? So they're all guys not favoured to win the fight.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't even research fights. They will just look at the numbers, or just look at the odds.
Yeah.
So they assume because they're a favourite, that's an automatic.
Yeah.
Is that a bad way of thinking then?
That's a bad way. Yeah, the best example that I can give, Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Sean Strickland, he had the grappling advantage, he had the boxing advantage, and stylistically it just made sense for him. because I think Izzy's weaknesses were in the hands. He's a kickboxer, but I don't think kickboxers have great hands, to be honest. And if the fight went to the ground, he would have gotten dominated. And Sean Strickland was $9.50, I think. So
did you say $9.50?
Yeah, $9.50. Or $7.50, something crazy about
I must have missed that text that you sent me.
So I was like, man, this is like an easy bet to make. You know, how wrong can you be at $7.50 or $9 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
So I put $150 on, came through.
Damn.
Dominated. He looked like the favourite. He looked, we outperformed your odds. Yeah.
I know you and I had a chat, I think maybe yesterday or the day before, where I said, how long do you research a card for? And you still had like almost a week out, and you said you would have started the week before.
Yeah.
What are you watching? Like, for you to have 2 weeks to look at a card, like
Sopranos. Nah. Usually just try and go for each fighter's 5 recent fights. I would say 5, but it could even be more or less. And just seeing where they line up, strengths, weaknesses, checking their Instagrams if they've been eating crap. That doesn't really get to that, but
that's like an edge, right?
Yeah, that's like a small edge. And then just going off the lines, the over under. People just see the method of victory, KO, what he's gonna. But you got to check so much more. There's so much more that people are leaving on the table, But yeah, that's when I'm locked in. I'm doing the 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
But lately it's been bad. I've been like the night before till like 4 a.m. So I rush it and then it's
what are you up to at that time?
Where are we landing, boys?
Hey, Chazza, if there's a sport aside from, obviously we know you're the man when it comes to rugby. Like that's your baby. Is there another sport that you would be like, fuck, I know that shit inside out. Like I know that. You can trust me.
Thailand ping pong.
Say jiu-jitsu or something. No, I don't think there's another sport that I'll know off by heart like that. I'll back myself, but I love to watch NBA, so I'll definitely be keen to. A lot more odds in that, or bets in that,
Like the American sports, there's a lot more data, so they got more props. Yeah.
But it just reminded me, like when he was saying about your analysis, it's a lot like obviously when we're going to play the next team.
Yeah.
You always watch back 3 games and you do
patterns.
all your patterns, because before, I say if you look back 5 games, it completely changes. Like, obviously week to week you're changing game plans.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you only take it off the last 3, because in the last 3, chances are you'll probably still got 1 or 2 of the same things in it.
Yeah.
Whereas and then gets to week 4, you go, okay, these all the other teams have seen us do this for 4 weeks. Now we got to move on and change it up.
Let's say you watch like at some random point during the season. Like, do you count that in factors of 3 from the start?
3 from that week you're playing?
Yeah, like let's say it's week 13, right? And you just decided that you want to start betting on sports, and you guys say you look at the past 3 games. Like, where does that? Because that trajectory of how the team's playing could have started the week before, or like where do you count it from the start of the season and then go 3, 3, 3, 3?
Oh yeah. I guess so. You just take it, like, say if you got you just watching the last 3, so if it was preseason or whatever, because a lot can change. A lot of things can,
injuries
because everything's on TV. Injuries as well. There's cameras. Both teams get sent both teams have their cameras up there, or for each team have their own cameras on there, and you get both of them straight after a game.
Damn.
Tracking
you're tracking, and you're tracking everything, bro. Like the speed, how fast he got off the ground. So I wouldn't look at that as a player, but a lot of the structure you'll be looking at, which is a lot like what he was saying. So it's a lot of similarities.
Oh man, this is exciting me. The more you guys talk, the more I know there's money left on the table.
One thing that I got to say is, like, it does matter. Like, it helps a lot to have sports knowledge, but you also got to have betting knowledge, like numbers and margins and things like that. So risk reward, that helps so much. Like I could be like golf. I was watching a few years ago. I don't really know much about golf, but I would go and study each favorites and which guys were paying a lot. and just weighing things out.
Yeah.
And just, I think I was making more money off golf than anything else.
Damn. Where was the text?
Second
time.
time.
This was a few years ago. I think you were still in jail.
It was unnecessary, man. I'm trying to earn the trust of the punters. There's some people who don't even know that.
Not real jail. Monopoly jail.
Yeah. So I think as a team, man, like the possibilities of this year. So we're definitely going to be sports betting because, like I said before, that's the star of the show.
Yeah, people want to make money.
But it'd be cool for us to I don't know, maybe after this first episode, people that have agreed to us training with them will be like, oh, bit red hot for our organisation for you guys to be seen with us. But it'll be cool if we just go and chat to guys, maybe not so much about the betting side, but understanding the psyche involved with some of these guys because, that would be, I guess, not illegal to report back that information. If we go chat to a player and then come back, so broke up with his missus? Man, heartbroken. Okay, that guy too missed 5 tackles. I don't know. I don't know if it's a possibility, but yeah, these are some things we want to do. We want a sports bet. We want to make money. We want to go visit some of these organizations, even overseas. Probably I'll stay behind and just make sure everything's all good here. Yeah.
You already got a few trips planned?
Yeah. I can only go to places like India, Kazakhstan.
Nah, way more than that.
I don't know.
It's just like the big ones like Canada, America, Australia.
You can go to
UK.
Europe.
Oh yeah. Oh, Europe. Which Europe?
Whatever Europe you want. Turkey.
Yeah, so boys will do some travelling, talk to some players overseas. Obviously, with these guys in their network, it's going to be an exciting time. I would like for us to, I guess, open up a pathway where they don't have to bet. I'd like for us to start a pot, even if it's you remember that thing that we used to do called the Road to 100K? I would love for someone who is not betting, who just enjoys a laugh, sees what we're up to, and at the end of the first season of Betsndat, get to walk away with whatever's in the pot. Yeah.
Keen?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Unless we make kids, we're like, oh, no. no, split 3 ways.
Yeah. What will we do with money?
Huh?
Will we push back into the community or?
What do you say dumb stuff like that for?
I'm sticking off my box.
No. It's for the people.
Do a raffle.
Every guy and their dog's doing a raffle, mate. If we do one, it'll be legit. It'll be proper. Is there anything, some dreams, some aspirations that you guys want for this show this year, since this is episode 1? This is just everyone getting to know us, by the way. This isn't what the real show looks like.
Yeah, I think from the sports side, us interacting with the boys, but being in a voice that it's not the same voice they see every week. Just for them to be comfortable, knowing that we're one of them, and they can just relax and just tell us.
So if there's a coach they don't like, they can say it to you. Yeah. You come on the mic and go, hey, you butt.
Yeah, I think, just a lot down there. Obviously, the betting as well. That's probably more we're relying on also over here. But,
Yeah, I think first big thing is we've got to get this show to Las Vegas for the NRL.
When does that kick off?
Feb, isn't it?
Feb, yeah. Also out here, Ollie said I can get in through Mexico. Yeah, give it a crack. For me, I'll let you have the last word, Zeke. But for me, I'm just excited to work with some friends. That's all. Have a laugh. We'll go back many, many years, ups and downs, and I think this is a fun way to interact where we all kind of have common ground with things that we're good at. Obviously, mine's not sport or betting, but just happy to be here.
Hey, man, you hold the show together. Yeah. Me and Charlie's practice runs, we never met each other. A bit of the same with both, man. I always say this. I really like doing a write-up and winning people money when they message me. I could win all this money on my own Like, well, when I don't post it up, it just doesn't feel the same. So just winning people bets, man. I'm just glad to have a routine there. Be in this building. Yeah. I wasn't doing anything for the last few years. So.
Man, that's the most heartwarming thing I've heard, It's like, making money's boring. Making money by myself's boring. I'm doing it for you and you.
You get a car.
But yeah. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Oh, yeah. If I've ever done anything for you, I'm talking to my friends here. Anything at all. There's a lot of you. And you didn't share that post, or even message me. You got one more chance, man. You got one more chance. Subscribe to the podcast, eh?
I said, well, all the guys are outside. I was wondering why they were wearing balaclavas.
Hey, distract you.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
Chill.